Why, hello everyone, Sora Not Rocks is here again. As you can see, I got my Dragon Ball shirt on. Of course, got to represent my boy Goku, my favorite character in the Dragon Ball anime. Also, Dragon Ball being one of my favorite animes of all time, actually. I have my list of animes. Maybe I might do some sort of list someday talking about which animes that I like. But with that being said, we got a new announcement for a Dragon Ball movie. Now, this film is supposed to come out in sometime in 2022. Now, it's a little sketchy. Well, I wouldn't say too sketchy on the timeline of it. We kind of got sort of a time place with it. But I'm going to get into that soon. What I want to talk about first is basically just my thoughts and reaction on it. Like I said, I'm a huge Dragon Ball fan. As you see, I got the Goku shirt on right now. Hey, look what I got. I even have this. Look at this. These are socks with Goku's face on them. It's socks with Son Goku's face on them. You know, yeah, there you go. It's like, funny enough, I have not worn these socks yet. As you can see, the label's still on it. It is a collector's item for me, okay? I haven't worn the socks yet. It's 2 pairs of socks here, and I haven't worn them yet. I've been keeping them for a while. So I am a Dragon Ball fan, a huge fan of. I was a fanatic for a long time. It fell off a little bit during the probably early 2010s, yeah, like late 2000s, early 2010s, where it was just kind of that dry spell, and we just got a bunch of games that didn't really go anywhere. I had the Budokai Tenkaichi 3. I kind of, fell off on a lot of it. I stopped buying the games for a long period of time. It was just a lot of stuff going on in my personal life, as I just wasn't that invested in Dragon Ball at that time. Wasn't it much of anything new after the original series run ended. But now we're in a different era. We're in a newer era of Dragon Ball. We got the Super Series, which we've been known to take place a little bit after the Boost saga, but before the end of Z, not actually going past that point, which I always thought was a surprise. I always thought Super was going to go past that point. But not to get into that, I'm going to leave that for another time. I might actually have to review this movie when it comes out. I haven't reviewed a movie in a while. I said I was going to stop doing movie reviews, but this one I might actually get into. Okay. So there will be some things on the screen that you guys will see, some pictures I'll be looking at, but I got the laptop right here, and there's some minor things I want to discuss. The first image we have up is the logo itself, and it's called, give me 1 second, I might actually have to make an edit here. Dragon Ball Superhero. Now, I see that some people are saying that they don't really like the name, that the name kind of seems redundant, and I'm liable to agree. I don't exactly care for it. I think what it should have been called was Dragon Ball Super Hero. Like, just have the word hero as the subtitle rather than call it Superhero. I mean, we're moving on from the Z trademark, especially after Dragon Ball Super Brawl. We don't do that anymore. So maybe you should just call it Dragon Ball Superhero, because it's going to sound like someone's saying superhero already. Putting super in superhero, that just sounds weird. I don't know, maybe it's more of a cultural thing. Maybe it doesn't sound that funny to them. I don't particularly like it. I agree. I'm liable to agree with people. I think it sounds redundant. So we got the next image here, which is a newer superhero. Let me see this for a sec, see if I can get this up on screen. And voila, there we are. Okay, so this is one of the new characters. Now, some people were saying that, oh, his gun that he has down there is very similar to the Time Patrol. I'm liable to agree as well. It's a very similar design, but that's very Toriyama-ish. Toriyama definitely has his own style, and he definitely worked on the character scans for this, the character designs for this. So this is his new character. As you can see, there's 2 different characters. There's one and 2. I noticed that one of them has a slight little, smirk on his face, has a slight little smile, while the other one seems more stoic and serious. Like he's even has his back turned in that lower left-hand panel. So. Not much to say about this guy, because we don't know exactly who he is or what he's going to be a part of. He could be the titled character. It's a superhero. Maybe it's about maybe it's about him. Maybe he's a superhero from another galaxy. Maybe they're going the Invincible route, where this superhero comes down and he claims like, I'm going to be the savior of this planet. And they're like, well, we already have saviors of this planet, basically. You know, Goku and everybody else. I don't know what to say about that one. But I do kind of like his design. Like I said, very Toriyama-esque. Like you can see, one of them has one fin on the top of his head, the other one has two. So there you go. So we're moving on from him, and I got a little small image of Goku standing next to the release date here. I'm going to go ahead and put that on screen. And it says 2022. The release schedule may differ depending on regions, yada yada yada. This is straight from Comic-Con. We already know this, that's going to differ on regions. They have done this for a while. Normally, us over here on the Western market in the United States, where I'm currently located, we get it probably about a month or so afterwards. Now it seems like the timelines, in terms of them releasing material, it seems like it's starting to get closer to everybody being on a worldwide release. Can't even speak today. But Japan normally gets it first, and a lot of us Dragon Ball fans were definitely used to that. A lot of us anime fans, period. I know people like Demon Slayer. Demon Slayer came out like a couple of months after, I think like a month or two after it came out in Japan, so that's not uncommon. Okay, so we also got another image here. We just got two more images of just Goku. This is his CGI look. I don't know if I can upload the other image, but I'm gonna at least put one up on the screen here as I'm talking to you. So this is how Goku is going to, I guess, look in the movie. Very stylized. They don't seem to be going, when you see it in motion, it doesn't seem like they're going with the whole cell shading look. He looks kind of similar to, I was going to say Dragon Ball Z Kakarot video game, where it looks like a video game every time they use CGI. I'm just going to say I'm not a fan of anime using CGI too much. It never looks as good or as polished. It always looks like a video game to me. It never is not done particularly well. I don't know. I can look at something like when Disney does it. Disney's been doing it for years. Pixar has been doing it for years. My God, the animation, the CG is so good. The 3D is so good that when they do something like, if you've seen the movie Luca, when they do something like water, it's absolutely fantastic. And water is not particularly easy to animate. Very difficult, but they managed to make it look so realistic in its movement and just the way it flows and the color. It's animated beautifully, and I don't know, when Japan does CGI, I'm not trying to be mean to just say like, you know, all the Japanese products are kind of the same when it comes to CGI, but anime has used CGI before, and it has looked particularly well. Mostly on landscape stuff, it looks particularly well. On characters and, you know, on 3D, them doing 3D models, it doesn't really look all that good. I think this looks all right. Wouldn't want a full movie of Dragon Ball to look like this. I think that it would take away the heart of the series. The series is, I know you can say, oh, you're an older Dragon Ball fan. Yes, I was there from the beginning, basically. You know, I saw all of Dragon Ball. I saw all of Z, GT, and all of that when that actually aired. You know? Yeah, one of the originators right here. And yeah, you can call me old school you want on that sort of thing, which I had, like, I think one guy do that when I was in a discussion for this, and I just said, well, you know, just my opinion, man. I just think that it doesn't work out when anime does CG, and you know, we've seen it get better. And Dragon Ball Super, Broly, they use CG, and the Goku, Vegeta, and Broly battle, they use CG. It looked better than what it did in Resurrection F, but it still looked like a PlayStation 2 game to me. I don't know what it is. I don't particularly like it. I don't think it blends well with the regular 2D animation style. It kind of takes me out. It seems like what they're doing here is they're making a 3D model and they're placing the 2D the 2D look on top of the 3D model. I guess this would be easier for them to do later on, especially if they want to do more movies like this. I still particularly don't like it. I think it would be easier on them. I'm just not a fan of it. Alright, so moving on from that, we got Krillin here, and we see my boy Krillin. Doesn't look too much different, you know. The pants look like they're a little got the highlight colors going on Krillin. Those pants look like it's a little too tight around the crotch guy. But yeah. So what does it say? SCPD? I think that's what it says on it, which is South City Police Department. So I didn't know Krillin lived in South City. I thought he lived in West City, the same city as Bulma, just in an apartment complex. So this is interesting. But it seems like Krillin has gone up. As you can see, notice the star that he has on his chest. It's not a regular, you know, pointed star as you would see with a cop. It's more rounded. He's a sheriff, so it seems like he's possibly been promoted. Maybe he's running his own precinct or something like that. You know, maybe he's an assistant sheriff or something. But for somebody with his caliber, I can see them definitely getting promoted. Not really much to go off of this image here, except for the eyes. They're more how the manga style is, which I really like. Once again, I'm liking this inspiration straight from the manga, from Toyotaro, and of course Toriyama was the one who drew it. Excuse me. But I do like the style that they're going with. Okay, what else we got? I'm gonna go ahead and skip over this other image because I want to talk about this later. I don't want to keep this video going for too long. But we also got Piccolo here. There's going to be two images of Piccolo. I'm just going to switch between them on screen here. You got one with Piccolo without the cape, and you got one with Piccolo with the cape. Now I'm going to go back to Piccolo without the cape here. And not much difference that you see, except for his tone, his color tone has been brought down a little bit. It's not as pink as it was, especially on, you know, his upper torso. The slash is red instead of blue. His shoes, I think, are a little bit browner. But once again, taking that sort of slim look that they have in the manga and putting it on the big screen, putting it in the anime. Very nice. I hope they continue this style if they go into Super, you know, with 2D animation, not 3D. Christ. Okay. All right. Let's see what else we got here. Okay. So we also have this little ravine, which it looks like this was just done with 2D. Now, they hinted at that this could possibly have been drawn in 2D, so to speak, and, you know, probably put on in a 3D model. Once again, like I said a moment ago, 3D can work when it's done on a landscape. When it's done with character models and you see them in action, it doesn't look that good. And I know Funimation, not Funimation, Toei Animation is trying to experiment with different stuff. I hope it works out. Like I said, if I have a problem with it, I will be sure to let anybody know. I'll definitely be sure to let people know. But this is nice. I like the way this landscape looks. It looks similar to Mount Paozu. I doubt that's where this is. I'm not sure exactly where in the Dragon Ball world this is. Dragon Ball Z Kakarot has helped me nail down a lot of stuff in terms of like how the world looks. And Dragon Ball is so unique in its look. Like when you see something, anything that's from this world, you can tell like, oh yeah, that's Toriyama. That is Dragon Ball related. So it's very, very nice to see that. But as you can see there, as we're going to zoom in, you got Piccolo's house. Yeah, that's Piccolo's house. You got a little mailbox there. Very similar to what you see on Namek, or definitely kind of similar design of what Majin Buu did back during the Buu saga. Fat Buu that did. I like it. I like the fact that maybe Toriyama finally seen those where does Piccolo live type memes. You know, he lives in a wasteland or something like that. Oh man, Team 4 Star was making fun of that for years, and I think I was watching the live stream. It was one of the guys from Team 4 Star, Masenko X. I think I'm pronouncing his name right, and I think he said the same thing too. He was talking about how I guess Piccolo's not in the wasteland anymore. Very funny, very funny. So I'm glad Piccolo got a place to stay. That's good. All right, and before we go ahead and click on our last image here, just going to play the little teaser trailer for you and just give you my first reactions to it. So I'm going to go ahead and play this real quick. Very short teaser trailer, basically just showing Goku once again on the 3D model, but you can actually see it in motion, and you can see for yourself what you like. All right, so let's go ahead and click on this real quick. All right, 3, 2, 1. I don't know why I got the headphones on. It's not a lot of music. As you see, the logo comes up here. Goku's dancing around there, getting ready, getting pumped. And now, yeah, not too crazy about the name. I wish they could do something else with the name. The more I look at it, the more I don't really care for the name. But yeah, that's it right there. The model that they had just now, when they was presenting this, I think they said that they slowed down the model so you can kind of get a feel of movement, and I'm glad that they did that, because it looks like this flows a little bit better than what we've seen with the other CGI stuff. I don't know. To me, it's still, I think it can kind of still be stagnant. It could be done right. It could be done well. I mean, if the video games can do it well, then, I mean, Dragon Ball Z Kakarot does it real well in terms of their, especially when they're using that sort of CG to actually perform their battles. If I want to see a whole movie like that, though, that's the thing. I'm just so used to seeing it in 2D. Maybe it's just my bias. Maybe it's a bias, or maybe it's my personal preference. I don't exactly care for it all that much. The model looks good, but I just don't want the CG. I don't want it. And it could look great when it's in regular motion, when it's actually, Goku and them are doing the movements. But Dragon Ball, you're supposed to be a trendsetter, man. You was a trendsetter for years. Now you want to take a page out of, I guess, Demon Slayer or Attack on Titan or anything that's like mainstream right now, as just like you, that's using CGI and actually using CGI a lot. Even then, I don't like it there, so I don't know. So we're gonna go ahead and go to our last image as I take off these headphones here. I don't even know where I got this. It just plays a little bit of music. We see that this is Pan. This is little Pan. She looks adorable. She's in her kindergarten outfit. She's getting ready to start her first day of kindergarten. Now, the reason why I save this image for last and why this is important is because, Pan has become somewhat of a fan favorite character. You can kind of say that, especially mostly because of her GT counterpart. I wonder if they're gonna bring the actress back for her the voice Pan at some point in the future. If they go that far. Not to GT. I know GT is non-canon. I know GT is not part of the actual storyline. But Pan's character seemed to go the exact way that the character seemed to be progressing to, and I do like the fact that they're actually showing an older Pan here. She's grown up. When you start kindergarten, I think you can start as early as 5, and some people start at 7. Depends on where you're at. It's more of a I don't know if it's just a cultural thing, but it also depends on what state you're in. I guess on what country you're in, or when you can start schooling. But normally around, I would say in between 5 or 7, kid would start kindergarten. So with that being said, this takes place a few years after what's going on in the manga. A few years after Dragon Ball Super Broly. It makes you wonder, what is Broly doing right now? Did he keep training? What's going on with Frieza? Is he still out there in space? But since this is further than the manga, something could happen with Frieza. I'm not going to say anything right now. We don't know, but the manga's going places right now. It's setting up something. So we don't know what's happening with that. And from what was said, Toriyama started writing this right after the Broly film. So we don't know whether he implemented any of the stuff from the manga in here. But we do know that, Broly's still around. Excuse me, can't even speak. We've seen what Goku looked like. We've seen what Piccolo looked like. We've seen what Krillin looked like. He's continuing his job. We didn't see Vegeta. We didn't see Trunks and Goten. Well, they finally grow up. That has become a meme where they seem like they don't seem to age at all. They have grown up. They have aged, but you don't see it like, you know, stature-wise. They still remain the same height. Like the height that Pan is right here is the height that Goten and Trunks have been for the past 15 years, it seems like. And anime has no problem moving forward. It's not like an American sitcom where characters will stay 14 forever. Or in the case of The Simpsons where characters will stay like, you know, 12 or 11 forever. Or actually, no, I think they're 8, right? They're 8 and 10? I don't know. Either way, the point is that we're actually going to get that time skip. Now, which time place does this take place? Is this after the end of Z? If that's the case, where is Oob? Because then Goku go off with Oob at the end of Z, and if that ending to Z is still canon, like that's something that Toriyama's not going to rewrite, he's not going to overwrite, then what does it say about this? Is Goku still, you know, part of everybody's lives? Is he off training with Oob all the time? What's going on with him and Whis and stuff? You know, a lot of that wasn't implemented when Z first ended, but it's nice to see that we might have some more canon confirmation of what's going to happen after Z. And this just gives the anime a lot to play with. You know, if they decide to revive the anime, come back with the anime. But alright guys, that's all I got. That's all I wanted to cover. Very, very interesting stuff here. We're definitely going to see where this goes. Now, this can also be happening before the end of Z, which would only put it about, I guess a few months before the end of Z, because Pan was about 5 when Z ended, right? I think she was like about 4 or 5. And that's around the time when somebody would start going to kindergarten. So if maybe she could have already started kindergarten by that time. Maybe she was just getting into kindergarten. This one is showing her first day at kindergarten. So this could be at that time period, or it could be right before, or it could just be slightly, you know, just slightly right after the end of Z. I would like it to be after the end of Z because I would like to see that gap. That's like I said, I know GT isn't canon, but there was a huge gap that GT took. That way, if the series were to ever come back, they can actually sort of fill that gap in. But now Toriyama is saying, hey, no, this is what really happened after Z. So we'll see. I hope it's after Z. It would be a lot better if it was. I think it would be a good time to set up some future stuff for future arcs. And we're going to see what that superhero guy is about. I don't know what's going on with that. We don't know what race he is, what alien race he is, or why is he here on Earth? Why is he part of this? Why is Pan put on the forefront? Why is Krillin put on the forefront? Why is Piccolo put on the forefront? We know that Goku's going to be a part of it. Dragon Ball is all about Goku. And, you know, his family and his story. So Goku's obviously going to be in it. But if he's not going to be that big of a player, or maybe they're trying to save something for later, we'll see. Where's Vegeta in all this? You know, what is he doing? Is he still training with Beerus? It's so many questions I got, and I will probably leave that for another video or something maybe in the future. But alright guys, that's all I got. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Hopefully we get some more stuff. If there's a trailer that is released, somebody let me know. I'm definitely going to take a look at that. Alright, see you guys later. Catch you guys in the next one. Take care.